Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Mary Amondo, in charge of training and career advisory services here at Corporate Staffing. In this video today, we are looking at some of the biggest red flags to avoid in your CV, because having them will definitely make you not land an interview. I am joined by one of our CV writing experts here at Corporate Staffing. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Mary.
Great. Yeah. It's nice to have you again today in this video.
No problem.
Yeah, so we are looking at CV red flags that may hinder a professional, a candidate, a job seeker from not landing an interview. So maybe we start first of all by defining what are CV red flags.
Okay. These are warning signs that recruiters usually identify that may limit a person from being called in for an interview. So the chances are this person might be qualified, but then there are a number of red flags that these recruiters are seeing, and they're like, no, this is not our candidate. And these red flags can actually be avoided, but people usually tend to overlook them. Yeah.
Talking about being avoided, how can a professional or a job seeker avoid having these red flags in their CV?
Okay. So red flags are usually so many. People actually tend to overlook them. Even the tiniest detail can make you miss out on being called in for that interview. So take case in point, number one, if you don't have a professional, a third eye. So like for us, I told you we are experts. We are a number of us. I'm not just the only one. So if I was the only one writing these CVs and then I just send them like that without counter-checking my work, chances are there'll be a lot of errors that will be detected. So it's usually prudent to have a third eye. So if I give this to my team member, I also ask her to also give my other colleague, so that we get to see if there are any grammatical errors, any spelling mistakes, we are able to correct that.
So that is about counter-checking.
Exactly.
Once I've done my CV, I can share it with someone else.
Yeah.
They go through, they help me to pick out if there is any grammatical errors.
Yeah. Because you see, we are humans, we are not perfect. So you can always give someone like, okay, I've done this, but I needed a third eye. Yeah, so that's point number one. Then we have point number two, not highlighting achievements. So achievements normally have to be highlighted. Because normally if you include roles, let's give a scenario here of a sales manager or even a director. These people have accomplished a lot. So when you just highlight duties, then the recruiter will be wondering, okay, so as a result of him or her undertaking these roles, what did he do over and above his or her day-to-day responsibilities? There has to be that bit. What did you do? What were you commended for based on what you did? So when a recruiter looks at that, they're like, she was able to surpass sales targets to this percentage, and they're like, okay, this is someone we'll actually be able to work with. Yeah, so achievements are very essential, because they'll be like, okay, this person, if we give this person this task, they're able to deliver. So we're like, why not call this person for an interview? Yeah.
So highlighting my achievements in the CV
very essential
increases my chances of being shortlisted for an interview.
Exactly.
Or being seen as a good fit for the role.
True.
All right. Yeah. Interesting. How does CSS come in to help professionals overcome this challenge?
Okay. So when candidates send us their CVs, there are a number of things we're able to pick out that they themselves are not able to pick out. So case in point, the grammatical error issue. So we'll be able to figure out the areas where they have been missing out in terms of, because sometimes candidates send these applications in a hurry. They're like, I'm qualified for this position, let me just send it like that without counter-checking their work. Yeah, so we are able to usually address that. Then there's this other bit of the career transition, which many people usually have challenges. So you are an admin officer, but then you've also been exposed to handling finance roles. So this person is stuck. They're like, I really want now to grow to the finance field. How do I do that? So now that's where we come in. So we tweak the specific skill set this person has acquired in the finance field and even the roles. Given that earlier I told you that we are already knowledgeable about the industry and what they're looking for. So even the roles that we highlight get to be more marketable. So we'll be able to churn this into the CV so that it increases this person's chances. And also another key thing about finance professionals, remember they also usually want someone who has done CPAs. So we usually also encourage candidates, ensure also you've started your CPAs. So at least from section CPA 1 to CPA 2. So at least when they get to see that, they're like, oh, okay, so he or she has also done a professional course. So it eases that transition. to the finance field. Then there's also the issue of the career gaps. So normally a person is not supposed to leave the career, like let's say this person stopped working in 2016 and then you just send your CV like that. So the recruiter's assumption would be this person stopped working. So how sure are we if we give this person the role, he or she will be able to deliver? Yet they last worked in 2016. So we have to address that gap by even including some of the things this person did that may or may not be related to what is being targeted. Because that also shows personal growth. This person stopped working, but they still did something in between. So that already stands out to a recruiter.
Great.
Yeah.
Indeed, the CV writing expert point of view comes in handy, just to help the candidate, the professional, as much as possible to avoid having these red flags.
Also, I have another final point. Sorry for cutting you short. There, especially on the language that candidates use. So let me give you another scenario. So this is a manager. But then when it comes to highlighting the various things this person has done, they even use words like, I have assisted in handling operations. So such words already are giving this recruiter an impression like, is this really a manager, director? Because even the terms this person is using are not giving a clear description. So there's that essence of clarity and straightforwardness in the language a person uses.
Quite a lot.
Very essential, yeah.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
Not to overlook when working on a CV.
Exactly.
As you have heard from the expert herself, indeed, red flags in your CV can prevent you from not being shortlisted for that position that you are eyeing. It is important to have your CV looked at by a professional expert. And here at Corporate Staffing, the review is absolutely free. Of course, the rewriting comes in handy, and even the duration is a bit fast depending on how fast or how soon you need the document. We encourage you to share with us your CV in the link in the email address provided below. The team will be able to reach out as soon as they get the document. They'll reach out to you on call. They will have a conversation with you. They will guide you on how best you can tailor it to match the roles that you're targeting. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.